Martyrs yesterday, tomorrow's heroes, Myth Inc. Okay guys, it's time to kick ass and chew some bubblegum.
Hey guys, this is Rock coming back at you for another raid commentary on Dreamwalker. This time it'll be Dreamwalker Heroic Ice Crown 10. Again, as you can see, we are definitely killing down the ads. This was actually our first time we actually downed her. So it was a very interesting fight. Just gonna comment on how we did it, and there's many different ways to do it. We just opted the best way we can do it as our raid. I will say again, we 3 heal this. We have 3 range DPS and 2 melee DPS. Now here I am going for the suppressors, as you can see. And here, the showcase is an interesting trick that you'll see in the fight. The elemental shaman here will put his earthbind totem. It'll root, and we do not AoE. We single target burn. Why? Because as you can see, when we killed that first one, the other one was rooted back, and she did not get a single stack off, a single suppression off on the boss. So that way, you know what? That just means more healing, and this fight goes quicker. I will say this fight is chaotic with all the ads coming up. We did split up the 2 tanks. Our prop pally tank picked up just abominations and brought him to the middle, and our warrior prot tank, he taunted and brought the ads to the middle as well. That seems to be the key focal point here, is you want to make sure you keep stuff coming to the middle. That means you can focus your entire DPS on a set of ads instead of splitting your DPS down the middle and, let's say, like 3 DPS left, 3 DPS right. That's wrong because it's heroic. You know, things tend to be too much. So, except for suppressors, everything should always be sucked into the middle. You want your healer in the middle, just so healing aggro will suck them in. You want to tell your DPS, you know what? Don't attack anything until it reaches the middle. That's the key. And then blazing skeletons, definitely make them come to the middle, because again, you'll have people focus firing. You know, people less running around, more DPS. Basically, that's the key to this heroic fight. Is you want to make sure everything comes in the middle. And then there are little tips and tricks again, like suppressors. If you consistently kill all the suppressors before they cast suppression, this fight gets super easy. If you kick all the frost bolts, you know, like you just saw me do right there, you know, it's easy. And you make sure your rogue doesn't misdirect to the prop pellet tank on those worms, which I am doing, yes. But I gotta tell you, this fight really sucks for Tagger rogues, because all my hunger for bloods were falling off, everything was falling off. But yes, definitely you want to make sure also that your healers get their stacks up correctly, and they don't drop off. But you know what? If your healers are dropping stacks, then they're not healing that well. So yeah, again, blazing skeletons, you want to make sure your DPS down. Make sure they always come to the middle. You know, if you have ranged DPS burning it right when they see it, you know what? They're not going to come to the middle, and everybody's going to have a tough time running over to help DPS that blazing skeleton. So definitely, even if you see a blazing skeleton, let it run to the middle, and then you start beating the crap out of that. So yes, and then generally we try to keep abominations are the lowest priorities. Thankfully, if a prop pally, he can dispel himself. Oh, and before I forget, as you saw, our hunter, Hanasaku, he has a circle raid icon right now. He is in charge of kiting blistering zombies. That was really important for us. Some guilds don't, we do, only because they put up a debuff that hurts the tank and there's too much healing, so you know what? It's better to just do that. And then as you can see, there's a blazing skeleton there, and I'm frantically trying to get the suppressor down as quick as possible, trying to trust that my teammates will get it down, but you know, they're not. But we still did it, so that's fine. But yes, Hanasaku, our hunter, is always non-stop cutting blistering zombies. I believe they spawn left and right alternating, so yes, that is doable. And we also have our mage putting slow on those zombies just to help them out. But he takes 0 damage. Those things die and they explode. Nobody gets hit. Less raid healing. Oof, easy. And as you can see, we're getting closer and closer to, you know, healing to 100. But again, this is I believe it was a 5-minute fight, so it is a bit of time, and the healing doesn't go up until you hit maybe the 85% mark, and then the healing just starts skyrocketing. So be patient. I believe like the first 2 minutes of the fight, she was only up like 65%. But I could be wrong, but that's what it seemed like. But you definitely want to make sure you keep a level head. You want to make sure ads always come down. You always want to make sure, if you can, at best, you want to interrupt those frost mages, and yeah, bring them to the middle. That's the key. Alright, Tink, you can say last word, Tink?
Happy hunting, and don't forget, heal exile.